So today we're doing an interview. We have Dylan here. How about you introduce yourself, Dylan?
My name's Dylan. I'm 25 years old, and I started jiu-jitsu like less than a year ago.
Okay, and what was it that kind of got you to maybe take that leap of faith and get into jiu-jitsu?
Something I thought about for a while because I did wrestling in middle school, but I never continued it in high school. So I kind of regretted not doing it, so I started looking into jiu-jitsu to get back into that kind of grappling.
Yeah, I can tell you're a natural grappler. As far as training, you said, how long have you been training so far?
Less than a year. I want to say like more than 6 months, less than a year or something.
Within that year, what are some of the, positive aspects you could take from your experience starting from zero stripe white belt to where you are now?
Slowing it down has been like the biggest and the number one benefit, I think. Like, I'll notice I'm hyperventilating, I'm getting smashed, and it just takes 1 second to just like think, pause, give it a second, like breathe, and like you're back in the fight. It's not nearly as hard to keep the fight going.
Yeah, I think I was privileged enough to be one of your first rolls the first day, right? And I've rolled with you since, and the cardio aspect as far as your game goes has improved vastly. That first day you did like the wrestling thing.
Yeah, I was just go, smash, yeah.
Yeah, and that pace works against someone who you might just be more physical than. But when you meet up with someone higher level, right, then it becomes a big factor. But the last time I rolled with you was really good. You seem to be controlling your breath and stuff. Aside from the cardio part that you've improved on, have you noticed, or are there anything that you might want to comment about challenges as a white belt, kind of with 1 year under your belt?
I think a lot of the challenge is just like getting used to it. It's completely different. So like I've been going to the gym for a long time, and you get like a sore from the gym, but like getting sore from grappling is a different animal, you know, like you get a kink in your neck, you get like your knees start hurting, and you just want to take that time off. But I find it's been better to just come to class, do the warm-ups, and then just roll kind of soft, maybe just drill, and it works it out a lot better. And I actually make myself come to class, because once I start breaking that habit, it's hard to get back into the habit of coming to class. It's like, it can be hard to talk yourself back into it. Like, I don't want to go get smashed again.
Would you say that jiu-jitsu has maybe been favorable to your fitness, better or worse shape, or do you think it's a whole nother kind of fitness you have to be in? You kind of touched on it with weight room versus mats.
I think it's definitely helped, because like, just like increasing that cardio and being able to push yourself even more mentally, you know, it's hard to do jiu-jitsu. So when you're doing those hard sets in the gym, it helps. And it just, like, overall, your fitness just improves a lot.
You're always here on the mat, so the consistency factor is a big one. How do you think consistency, or maybe short time away from the mat, say for a week, you know, some of us have that schedule where we can't come in. How do you think that affects our overall performances on the mat?
I feel like for me, it's just like shaking the rust off as far as like a week or two. It's just like shaking that rust off, like just 1 week out, 2 weeks out off the mat. It's like everything feels foreign again, especially because I haven't been doing it for that long. So I'm like, I feel like I'm relearning, but then it's pretty quick to get back into it, get back into that shape. And it's really, like I said earlier, just focusing on your breathing and not like trying to go all out, and you're good.
Being fairly new, but we're on a team here at Roots, there's a fair amount of people who compete. Do you feel like that's something in your future, anything you're looking towards, or right now it's just kind of, I just am a fan and a student of the game?
Now I think it's just kind of a hobby. I'm just like enjoying it, just coming to class and making it when I can. But I think I do want to compete at least once or twice, just to try it out and see if I like it. But I think for now, it's just a hobby.
That's a good approach. If you had to characterize at this point in your jiu-jitsu, kind of sum up what you think your game is like. You know, there's guys who invert a lot, there's guys who are super dynamic, guys who do some smashing and whatnot. How would you characterize your game?
I think for me, like, I don't really know as far as like any kind of style or techniques that I like, but I know what I find fun for jiu-jitsu is just trying to control the speed and the tempo of the roll, which I still suck at, but I think it's more fun to learn to control the speed than it is to like focus on a certain move or technique or anything. I think that's a lot more fun to control it.
Sounds pretty accurate. That's good for as far as a white belt too, right? You're learning just how to really identify and defend. And if you can catch somebody, catch them, right? But most of the time you're on the receiving end.
Slowing myself down too, because I notice like I would get like mount or any kind of advantageous position, and I'm wanting to go, and I lose position because I'm going too fast. So like learn to slow it down has been super beneficial, and it's a lot more fun, I think.
As far as I would say, you mentioned that you kind of don't know a lot of moves, you're kind of just beginning, so you like certain feels and certain positions that you get in. Is there anything that you're concentrating on trying to maybe be a little more proficient at? You know how like today we did the burrata? Was it burrata? Something like that. Is there a certain lesson that we do that you're kind of like, hey, I really want to get to know that one? I think that would fit into how I roll.
Probably just the basics. Like I feel like armbar and the triangle, just those are like, feels like bread and butter that I just want to keep focusing on and hammer those out before I, like some of the more complex things. I'm like, I probably won't use this yet. It's a little too outside of my grasp to like set up or anything. So I feel like just the basics is a lot of fun still.
And then as far as our team goes, what do you think, if somebody asked you, hey, how's it going at Roots or whatever, where do you train, that kind of questions that we all come across, how would you characterize the type of practices that we have?
Yeah, I think that it's like laid back in a very intense kind of way. Like, yeah, like everyone's very, very relaxed, very friendly, very supportive. But like, there's no easy rolls. You're gonna get caught if you don't protect yourself, and I think that's like the best way to go about it. Like everyone's super helpful, but they're gonna show you where you're weak, where your weaknesses are by catching you in it.
Are there any jiu-jitsu, I guess what you would say is personalities or all-stars, or even just the professors who come in and out of our school? Is there anyone in particular that sticks out in your mind that you kind of gravitate towards?
As far as
you know how like when I'm watching videos, I like to watch, Gordon Ryan or Tanya Dalpra, and there's certain videos I watch, not necessarily because I could mimic any of those moves, but I'm just really into like, wow, that's so technical, they move so well. At this point, is there anything or any personality that you kind of, I guess, identify or try to watch? Or if not, then you can always say no.
No, not really. I watch like the Instagram reels, like I'm gonna try that in class, but it's like random videos every time.
How would you, if you had to choose one guy on our team who's like your nemesis, is there anyone that stands out for you, and why?
I don't know about nemesis. I know Nicole, me and her started around the same time, so we like to roll like typically once per class, it seems like. And I think we're progressing at a pretty similar rate. So it's really cool to see us both learning the same stuff, or like coming into class and trying to smash each other. Yeah. So probably Nicole, I guess, I'd have to say.
That's really one of the cool things about this, right? You see the black belts all talk to each other, and a bunch of the belt levels, you seem to progress at least relatively within the same amount of time. So part of the adventure is seeing your friends kind of ascend that ladder with you, yeah? And you're both getting better. The hard part is seeing, not being able to identify how much better you guys got until you roll with someone else who's new, and then you're like, oh man, I'm actually like pulling off things with purpose and with some accuracy.
Just that jiu-jitsu is amazing. It's a lot of fun. You should get into it. Everyone at jiu-jitsu, at least at Roots, is very supportive. So if you want to try it out, come on down, give it a try. It's always worth it. Very open arms here, no politics. Recommend it.